Okay, let me. Okay,
Hello, hello.
we're
We're
back
back.
for part three. This has been so good that we couldn't stop. It was like a buffet. We had to keep getting in line and getting seconds. Now we're here for thirds. So
My God, I love that concept. So you were talking about the pathway that I'm about to what to the journey. You were talking about that. So
the because you've chosen
my
this path and you really felt the compassion and the lead being led. Like this is your purpose. I feel like I'm going to supposed to do this. This is what I need to do. It was like when you made this choice to go through to get the training and stuff, it's like I'm doing this. I feel led. This is what this harmonizes with me, right? We were looking at talking about electromagnetic and magnetic energy with harmonization, right? Opposites attract, but they won't stay together unless they harmonize. We had talked about that earlier in the day. But this is you've harmonized this field.
right,
This left electromagnetic is harmonized it, so now it's connected to you.
right, right,
Anytime you're dealing with this field and interaction, it's going to draw them to it that are supposed to be in the path and connect to you, to it, to what you're doing. Because it's really connecting with your energy through your energy that you're able to put out because a question I would look at, adding to what I'm saying, but a question for you would be when you use your energy in Reiki, you're using your energy, but you're actually stimulating their energy, right? Is that a good way to look at it?
well, the way it's being thought to me is I'm reaching out to the source from the source
Yeah.
and be the medium to give it to the to
Yeah.
my client who needs it because there's some blockages. So I'm basically transmitting back the energy that they need.
Like almost like energy surgery. Huh.
Oh my gosh, Danny, you are
Well, I just seen that right now. I just
that
kind of seen that.
that is
Taking out the
so
blockages, like somebody would do by a triple bypass. They got to take out the blockages.
right, right. But they go somewhere else. They go to your legs to get out. Oh, speaking of that, that's so funny you talk about bypass because that's my best friend's husband just had that we were talking about today. You know, like he doesn't believe in medicine, but somehow he still got this bypass that he
Yeah.
couldn't understand why. You know, he kind of like despised the Western medicine, but he
Yeah.
still went through. But
And that's a
so yeah,
good statement there, right there,
right.
because I feel the same. And it's not because I believe it, I know it. But
Mm-hmm.
yet, many people, like I have my brother in law, right? Marissa's brother,
Uh-huh.
didn't want to take his blood pressure medication because he wants to go natural, but he had a triple bypass because of
Wow.
it. And what can we do? What herbs? What Reiki for unclog? Because there's some kind of clog going on, right, with these hearts, with whatever that people are
Well,
having
for me,
high blood pressure.
right. And those chronic issues, what I've learned is really rooting from the you know what's going on inside of you.
Yeah,
So when they say, okay, I'm gonna just do natural, what is natural you're doing? Are you doing a change in lifestyle, modifying your diet, you're doing your it's really, it's
everything,
right, it's not
not
just
one
okay,
thing.
right, it's not really like just, oh, okay, I'm gonna change my diet, my nutrition, and yet holiday comes and there's almost every month there's a holiday, and then you're gonna eat all this, things. And on top of that, if you don't do, I just, told my friend, breathing, we talk about breathing, it's priceless,
Touchdown.
right? It's priceless. And we know, like, we're breathing. Okay, we're breathing. But once that stress comes to our, you know, to our body, our the blood vessels
Yeah.
the muscle constructs. And when that contracts, it will tighten up.
Blockages, huh?
And that tighten, the blood circulation will not go through
Stops.
until such time that this certain, artery or whatever is not getting any blood flow. That's when it becomes
Yeah.
dead, pretty much. Or
Yeah.
blockage of those cholesterol that they're talking about. It's more, there's less side effect if you don't take medication and we just do, the natural living, change
Yeah.
of lifestyle. It's less side effect than taking those medications.
Yeah. 100%. I mean, they're not natural, right?
Right.
And like you're saying, because as you know, Reiki and your spiritual concepts of your experience of being like a master spiritual person that you are now. You like that, don't you? um,
I'm like, I'm still shocked of that, but I accept it. I embrace
yeah,
it.
because you are.
For me,
Um, the breathing, because
right,
most people really don't know how to breathe. They shallow breathe.
right, right, and it's
Um,
it's oh, it's
in
just
the in the in the occult practices, right? Um, deep breathing, or like Hindi, or going into yoga, deep breathing
right,
in different types of breathing, like
right,
out the side, or taking it both in, breathing out the nose, in
right,
the mouth, out the mouth, doing different
right.
things,
Different,
activate
yeah,
different energetic fields
yes,
in us.
yes.
So in the occult practice, when somebody takes like mushrooms or ayahuasca or DMT,
Mm-hmm.
there's a name for that to get to
Oh,
higher consciousness. It's called going through
oh,
the back door.
oh, wow.
Do you know what the front door is?
No.
Breathing. You can
Oh,
get the
what's
same effects of those substances. There's nothing wrong with them by learning and applying the breathing.
wow. And what's the back door?
Using the plant to get there instead of the breathing. The breathing's the front door. The plant is called the back door. Neither
Oh,
one are wrong or right. No
right, right.
judgment on it, but the breathing is called the front door because you don't need, when you learn how to properly use your breathing tools and know how to master your breathing, you don't need to take them to get to where you're going because you can do it through the breathing.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is amazing.
Like
Yeah.
a mushroom, a psilocybin, or what, to have these experiences that are ancient, but if you learn how to breathe, you get the same thing. I mean, they even use it in the military for the Navy, the frogmen and the special forces, where they can stay underwater for minutes because they learn how to breathe and oxygenate their blood so much that they don't need to take in any more air for minutes.
That's good. And I think laughter,
Oh yeah.
it's always also gonna enhance your breathing because like you
Yeah.
open your mouth, that's another thing. So I think that's probably why they say laughter is the best medicine also.
Yeah.
you know
There's something about what it releases, right? The medicine and within your body because I know when I'm certain ways in a certain mindset that could want to go negative, there's sometimes I just want to watch something that makes me laugh.
right, right.
Yeah.
And it makes you more well. The thing is, Kuya, there's some laughter that is not really what I, let me remember this, because how have you heard, like, when somebody is laughing so hard and suddenly they have like a chest pain or suddenly have a heart attack?
Yeah. Or cramp.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's another thing also that I think when what I learned, it's like they're overly
Yeah.
joyful, and it also affects the heart. So there's no balance, in other words.
Yeah.
So you cannot be overjoyed, and or underjoyed. It's just
Right. It's
You know,
not
it's
like this
really
and this, right?
right. It really have a lot of balancing. Yeah. Yeah. So
Come to the middle.
right, right. The middle, yeah. Yeah, but learning a lot of things is, but focusing on really what I intentionally want, for my community, first and foremost for myself,
Yeah.
because with all those things that I experience throughout my life, um like just being a nurse, that I didn't even want to be a nurse, but it helped me understand. I think it gave me that pathway of understanding so many types of people, and also
Yeah.
being exposed to the medicine practice, so I have to know how to weigh, which side are you gonna
Mhm.
be at.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
It's that because that experience, like you said, the communication with people, being
Right.
able to discern what they're going through with you, different people, different things, and then the medicine, and then even your coworkers, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
And all that is a lot of skills of a lot of general but exact areas that are important in life. Communication, um, observations, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Uh, um, coming with resources,
Mm-hmm.
not taking bad information from even your coworkers or even the doctor. But
Right.
um, because I've seen it, because I mean, even in mental health, I've seen, because I would tell my clients,
Right.
you call the doctor or call the office about medicine, because
Mm-hmm.
I'll pass a message, but I don't deal with medicine. I'm here for your coping skills and making sure you're handling your everyday life.
Right. Right. Exactly.
But also knowing the different things that experience was, but also that experience can help you do what you're doing now to a different level, because now you're doing spiritual healing,
Right.
energetic healing, energy based healing. The cosmos, the what really everything is energy, 369.
Amazing for me to even think about, like, I'm on this level, you know. It's not there yet, but I'm climbing
Yeah.
uh to that stage. So yeah, so I I really want to travel. That's one, because I used to be like the writer, writing, but now what I'm thinking is just, and they say, like, write a journal, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but I have the tendency to stop. That's one of my, but it's all in my brain.
Yeah. Is it
So,
like start something and stop?
right. So, but when I talk to someone like you, it stimulates my brain. Things are coming out.
Yeah.
Things are coming out. So like my coworker, she's young, millennials, but she's, when we talk spiritually like this, like it's all flowing, and she asked me stuff also, like, ask advice and everything. um so it just flows, and sometimes I'm like wondering, where is this things coming from? Like my brain, like, just flowing like that, and she loves hearing it,
Yeah.
so
And,
because she said, mhm.
yeah. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, because she said, some of her friends or people that has issues, they're not in that level of
Yeah.
like her, and she always find it so, you know like what's the word, inspiring.
Yeah. She's not going to get it from them.
Right.
Like you're saying, God, I'm where's this coming from in yourself in the conversation with her, or even
Right.
me, or like, where's this coming? How do I know this? How, but
Right.
it shows you how deep you have when somebody connects with you
Right.
on that energetic level, that it's just now connecting on a higher volume
Right.
of
Right.
space where it's coming out.
Right. Right.
This crown
Exactly.
chakras area, this is coming out in this higher space,
Right.
not
Right.
really down here, right? Where they're
Yeah.
coming from, you know. but it's coming
Mhm.
from this space. You're talking
Exactly.
from a whole different level where scripture where Jesus said the meat I have you know not of. He's not talking about food. He's talking about the words I speak in the level I'm speaking. You can't comprehend it. You're not getting it,
Right. Right.
right?
Yeah. Yes,
Or when
exactly.
he took the disciples. I don't know if you know this story because you did get some. When he said he took them and said, "I'm going to teach you things of the kingdom of God, the kingdom of heaven." He took them to a high mountain. That mountain represents to a higher place. The higher place, the mountain, right? And he says,
Not literally the mountain.
"Yeah, it's a higher place."
The,
He said, "I'm
but
teaching you."
yeah, but the diagram, like in the like, I see sometimes, the diagram, the pictures, they put like they're
Yeah,
in the mountain,
yeah,
right? Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, and that's where we start distinguishing. This really is not a historical story. It's not.
Hmm.
It's an
Hmm.
allegorical story that benefits you because that Christ is you.
Hmm.
But he takes them to the disciples, said, "I'm going to teach you the kingdom of heaven." And then one of them speaks up and says, "What about the others?" And he says, "It's not for them to know, it's for you to know the mystery of this kingdom." Meaning, I'm taking you, I'm going to teach you the mysteries at this higher place. Don't worry about them. They're down the mountain. When we kick the dirt clouds, they get the dust. Meaning they're in a lower place. It represents, I'm teaching you mysteries from a higher place. Don't worry about others for you to know they don't know.
And you just have to really be open about it.
This is what we're doing. That's why you feel that it's coming out of you. It's coming out of a higher place. You even feel that with her. You might feel that with Gail.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Or anybody else you know in that place that you can talk that, but others you realize you have to digress, descend into another area of talk.
Which, uh,
Superficial, even superficial.
which is sometimes I pull out that kind of, like, because it's I don't know, it's just the energy. If someone is talking so shallow and like, okay, do I have to engage with this, or do I just change do I just change the discussion here and just have fun and talk whatever, you
Yeah,
know because it's really, but in fairness, for the most part.
superficial. Yeah,
Right. But in the most, when I randomly, talk to people or meet people, they somehow we connect, you know?
yeah.
Yeah.
And it might
So,
be on that level. I mean, just then, but you never know who you meet that might
right.
drop drop a little morsel,
Yeah.
and they're a fish that catches it, and they're like, "What did you
Right.
say?" You know?
Right, right, right,
Yeah.
right. Something like that.
Or
Yeah.
maybe like your coworker, the younger woman you said.
Right. Oh yeah. We always have a good connection when it comes to the
Yeah,
spirituality, the new age
yeah,
of awareness. I think
yeah,
that's, yeah. So yeah, and I'm just grateful because my children are on that level.
yeah. That's good when that you can get your in that space where your children are connecting with you on that, because that's not everybody has that.
Right, right,
That it
yes.
knows this. I mean, a lot of people don't have that experience with others or family members or children, right?
Right, exactly. Yeah. So they're on that, on that mode of like, okay, I understand. They're open
They're
to,
open, and that's a
yeah.
key to be the open. It's like a closed mind's like a parachute that won't open.
Yeah.
That
And if you,
closed. Yeah,
right. And if you open it, you like, "Ugh," and it might break, right?
yeah.
So it's
Because
not a good
people
thing.
are in just different spaces in different degrees. It's like I remember this was a few years ago that I would kept actually like a year and a half ago in the winter to fall of 22,
Mhm.
and I would kept getting hold space. I would get that all the time within me. It's like, I didn't know what it really meant, but so I was like,
Mhm.
hold space, hold space, hold space. That's what it said. Hold your space. And I was like, it reminded me of almost like how you were in school and you were in the lunch line and you told your friend, I got to run to my locker. I got to go do this. Save my space, right? Hold my space
Yeah.
with you, behind you, or whatever. It came clear to me later as I went into a lot of astral projection and dreaming, lucid dreaming, that I would go to these certain areas. And the more I started recognizing that the holding space represented, now when I went there, I was familiar and knew it. And my space wasn't holding here, the space had spread. And it was like, this is my area. I have a connection here in this field, in this astral plane, in my lucid dreams. It's not like I'm visiting. It's like, okay, I belong here. And then it kind of came to me, yes, that's why you needed to hold space. Learn to hold space, for yourself, for self, you know. And then when the lucid dreaming came, it changed from chaos dreams to total unity dreams, where I was seeing people that were living in a unity mindset instead of a gossip and divided mindset, and they were all expert. Like, say, if they were a blacksmith, they were the best blacksmith. If they created houses, they were master creating a house. And they weren't in other people's. I even called it, when I was explaining it to my friend, it was like a place where you mind your own business.
That
Or even look at this, mind your own business, or mine your business, mine your goal here, like a miner.
yeah. Wow. That
And they walked in a unity, not divided. And I even had other places and dreams, like lately, I don't know if you could see that, but probably not, it's getting better. But I would have these scrapes and like
right,
cuts, and I
right.
would get up the next day and I was walking in like nature, and I'd rub up against brush that would cut me. And then the next day, the cuts would be like, I don't know if you could see that, barely, probably not screen, but the same cuts where I cut in the dream would manifest when I woke up the next day in that area that I rubbed against brush or walked through some brush, and
That's crazy. That's crazy. Well, I had a long time ago dream of fighting aliens.
mm-hmm.
I mean, like few times already, and like literally with the aliens that we see in the movie.
Yeah,
Like the face, and they're black. Like fighting with them until I wake up because I want to make sure I'm still alive.
yeah,
That's
right.
how crazy. So yeah, it's scary, but at the same time, like, why am I fighting with this? So
It's a representative, because those dreams are the other seven aspects of you and somewhere else.
mhm,
So it was a lot of chaos, right?
right,
Well, here's a lot of chaos too.
right.
I noticed that when you don't pay attention to them, it's not so bad, because when I go out in the community, I don't see people attacking me.
Right,
I don't see people saying, what's your gender?
right,
Nobody's ever said that to me like we see on
right,
TV, that's what life's going on out here, right?
right.
So a lot of that is hype, but certain areas is probably happening. But it's the majority when you go out in the community. But the reality is, there's a chaos side. I've had a lot of
Mhm.
chaos dreams, people with guns. And I remember before I had this dream where I was having this place I was going to constantly, of unity and oneness and togetherness, that I would go chaos. And then when I'd go through the chaos and people are like chasing other people, trying to shoot them and do this stuff, or trying to fight, or trying to steal and rob, this portal would open up and I would leave and I'd walk through it in my dream. And after seeing all this chaos, and I was like, I would walk out of it. And
Yeah,
then, but I seen a lot of chaos. No, I had those words like chaotic, or.
right. My gosh,
Yeah.
too many K. Yeah. So what's ahead, Leah, for this right now? What's your prediction?
Outside of us, you mean like the
Yeah,
world?
right.
I expect to see a lot of stuff happen around the Olympics.
Oh, when is Olympic?
Late July, early August. They hyped us up for this the other
Is
day.
it summer? Summer here?
Yeah.
Where?
Summer Olympics. The Greek Olympiads, because that's the Olympia gods are all Greek, right?
Oh, wow.
And like we seen when you watch that video, you're going to see the ceremony taking part at the 2012, which is all jib jab stuff. You're going to
Mhm.
recognize it because they showed everybody. They showed the world the ritual, but it was
Where's the Olympic gonna be at? In
that's a
L
good question. Well, that one was in London. I'm not sure where this. I will have to look it up. Where's the 2024? But it is an Olympic year. Because do you remember when 1999 and we went into 2000 and they were saying
Mhm.
everything's going to shut down, all the computers are going to shut down because
Oh, yeah.
and nothing happened, right?
Uh-huh.
But 2001 we seen the Twin Towers fall.
Oh,
They're
okay.
mastered as getting us all hyped and anticipating our energy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then just like they did 3 days ago with the eclipse, everybody, oh, get your water, save your food.
Yeah,
Nothing
right.
happened. Nothing happened. But
And
they get our energy, and everybody's like, "This is anticipation." Ah, oh, they harvested that energy for something later, and I wouldn't doubt it's July and August in 2024.
it's France. It's in France.
That's perfect.
Why?
Paris. You know the name of Paris a long time ago before it was Paris was ISIS.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it was. Look it up. Yeah, because that's why you see the Paris. It was ISIS.
Isis, the goddess.
Yeah,
Isis.
the Egypt. ISIS and Mary are the same. It are archons.
Okay, it says here. Oh. What am I looking at again?
Did Paris used to be called ISIS? I mean, yeah, ISIS. Was Paris used to be named ISIS? Sometimes Google blocks stuff. They'll say it and then
Paris, it's like icy.
was named ISIS before. That's what I'm putting. Paris is named after Isis, after the Gallic tribe of Parisis came before that. Yeah.
Yeah, this is
Yeah. I kind of knew that. Sometimes that I notice they're really good at saying something and then years later they'll not put the information blocking it. I will say this. How do you read? You like to read?
yeah, I do like to read. I want to
Buy
read.
books. Buy
Uh-huh.
books because they're eventually gonna scrub the computer of a lot of stuff because they can just
Mm.
scrub it. They don't have to burn books now to hide them from us like in the past they would. They just have to
Uh-huh.
scrub it from the internet.
Huh. How are they gonna do that?
They just delete it, get rid of it. It's not in the internet no more. Because
So,
even now when you get like a older version of a dictionary or etymology dictionary and
right.
compare it to a brand new one, I used to be able to, the new ones don't tell you what the old ones would. The old ones would tell you English is an equivocal language. Equivocal languages are made for the upper class to keep the lower class down by confusing them by the equivocal language. English is equivocal, meaning every words have two meanings or more. It was magic. And it would tell you that in the old ones that they would do that for that purpose. It's not going to tell you that purpose.
Yeah.
The new one.
Too
Oh,
many
shoot.
things, too much.
Yeah, we're at 10 minutes. So,
Okay, we
yeah, another
got
30 minutes went by.
we got all good. That's so quick. So what else is so that's what you
Just,
feel.
on
Well,
the outside of what they're doing in the world, right? What they're
right,
doing, we have to keep feeding ourselves,
right.
growing, because there's an aspect of us, God, energy, universe,
Mhm.
that is working on our behalf, because we're doing this right,
Right,
or that wouldn't be happening, right?
right,
There's something working on our behalf. No
right.
matter how we're waking up, we don't fit this paradigm anymore.
Mm-hmm.
We really don't fit in anymore. And it's kind of like what Jesus said, I'm in the world, but not of it. We
Uh-huh.
really don't fit it no more. We don't fit the matrix. The matrix can't really take us because we don't follow it.
Oh, that's how
I
it is.
call it being, we don't fit the simulation.
Oh, okay. But we can
um,
be drawn back, right?
what?
We
Say that
can be
again.
drawn back to the simulation.
Well, you can be drawn
Yeah,
back by just participating. When
yeah,
you start not taking
yeah.
part in believing in what they have for us all, every aspect, and
Uh,
it doesn't have use for it when you have no use for it.
right,
You're
right.
not you're not falling for the tricks. You said something earlier, and I thought about it. About you're not a follower. That's what you noticed, even as a young girl. They said
Right.
you were your parents or other people say you're hard headed, right? Or you rebel, right?
Well, that's what they say. It's not really rebelling. It's more what do you call this? I'm not conforming to what.
Right. No, you're doing the right thing. That's why you do that. You're
Uh-huh.
not a follower.
Yeah, in a way.
No, you're not.
It will be hard for you. Okay, this is the thing. Even in, well, I'm just gonna give example of my work. I'm more, if you are really a strong leader and you know what you're talking about, yes. But somebody who is like not really, I cannot. It's like the credibility is very weak. I have a hard time
Yeah.
following that person.
Right. And you
Yeah.
don't follow trends.
Right. Right.
So
That's
that's built in you not to be a follower. You probably have that from past experiences, even in past living
right.
before,
Right.
right? Past
Yeah.
lives. We know that that's true. And you don't do that. Look at the word follow, FOLL, right? We
F-
won't even add the
Wow.
OW yet. And the word fall, FALL,
Yes.
the
Kuya,
same sounding.
yeah.
You
Kuya, hold
don't,
on.
yeah.
Hold on.
I hope you guys like this. This has definitely been for the second interview, I had a very long one, and we did 3 parts. This is being the thrice part of it. I did a lot. I did that with a former one that you guys have seen already with Charles Neo Cartwright, currency and management of currency.
Sorry
I was
about
just
that.
talking to them while you're
Oh,
gone. But
yeah.
so you don't follow, but really fall because they sound the same. The O and the A.
Fall, fall. Oh, Lord of mercy.
You're not
I listened to
you're
that.
not following.
Oh, yeah. Follow the leader. Oh my gosh.
And
Follow.
people
Oh,
tend to follow. That's why they follow the masses. If the masses go down the road, they'll follow them. If everybody goes right, I'm going left, and so are you. I already know that's how. Because you're waking to know this. They're going the wrong path. It's not the
oh,
path that's most followed. It's the path that's not wore out.
right. Yeah. My gosh. I'm so, anyway. Kuya, I have a visitor.
No problem.
So,
We were at 5 minutes anyways. But this
okay.
was part 3. It was awesome having you, and we'll do
Awesome.
this again, and we'll
Thank
talk
you.
again. And
Thank you. Thank you, Kuya Danny.
definitely to you two, pay honor and homage to you and the Reiki business. If you want to leave your information, do it real quick. If you want them to email you, maybe
Yes.
appointments.
Mine, yes, Venus Reiki Healing 909-263-9411. And just Google me. I'll be available.
Okay.
There you go. Thank
All
you
right.
so much. Have a
All
good
right.
night.
Have a great evening.
Thank
Happy
you, Kuya
birthday.
Danny.
Enjoy the rest of your birthday. All
All
right.
right. Thank
Okay.
you. Good
Bye.
night.
Good
Ate
night. Bye.
Melissa. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.